This is Lagos in the not-too-distant future.
In terms of return on investment, I don't know of any other place that's better than Lagos now.
Lagos will become the financial hub for the continent of Africa.
But this vision is a world apart from this Lagos that millions know today.
We can't go to any other place. We are fishermen, we are waterborne.
With a rapidly expanding economy and a lucrative oil industry, Lagos is booming. Nigerians and foreign investors alike are converging on Lagos in search of new opportunity.
I believe that we've only just scratched the surface.
Taufik Okoya is an entrepreneur. He's found a niche market selling dolls that celebrate Nigerian culture, but says Lagos offers opportunity across all sectors.
We are still third world and striving really fast to become a megacity, and even Nigeria as a country as a whole. There's so many opportunities in terms of technology, infrastructure. It's going to be a huge boom.
The centerpiece of the booming new Lagos is this audacious privately funded project to build a brand new city that quite literally rises from the Atlantic.
Eco Atlantic in total is 10 square kilometers. But we project 250,000 permanent residents and a further 150,000 who will be commuting on a daily basis. 10 square kilometers is not a small area. It's bigger than most towns.
Eco Atlantic is reclaiming thousands of acres of land lost to sea erosion by building on sand dredged from the ocean floor.
The main city, all the infrastructure, the roads, the utility services, and everything that goes to make the footprint of the city will be completed by the end of 2019.
Land is a very valuable commodity in Lagos, and this multi-billion-dollar project will have approximately 7 million square meters of it to sell. And they're selling it hard.
The evolution of Eco Atlantic will change the face of Lagos and open a new gateway to your success in Africa.
It's a city being developed with no financial burden on government whatsoever. We provide and maintain all the services you would normally expect from a city.
Not surprisingly, this is very appealing to the state government.
Although it is not finished, it is already a success story. The road that was lost to the sea is back, and more buildings are springing up in anticipation of the opportunities that lie ahead.
They have reclaimed 5 million square meters of land from the sea. They have built the beginnings of this amazing wall, an ingenious engineering feat.
This is what former US President Bill Clinton is referring to, the so-called Great Wall of Lagos. A barrier 8.5 kilometers long that Eco Atlantic claims will prevent coastal erosion and keep the affluent Victoria Island safe from flooding and climate-related events. Situated on the Atlantic Ocean, Lagos has long been at the mercy of the sea, and climate change is raising the stakes.
On the average, we are 2 meters below sea level. So when it rains, naturally it will flood because we are below water. As such, the essence of even building our road is also not to move people alone, but also to move water, and to be able to move that humongous mass of people in a manageable way. And that would be the aim for Lagos going forward.
But Eco Atlantic's solution to these challenges has come in for scathing criticism. An article in The Guardian claims the development will bring climate apartheid.
I think it's outrageous. Honestly, it's intellectually shallow. The reality is, if you don't have it, I just said that, if you don't have it, the whole of Victoria Island might disappear. Do we allow that to disappear? No. There are companies here, there are residents here, there are the economic activity of the state here. So I don't see that at all.
And David Frame is unapologetic about Eco-Atlantic's elite target market.
Well, yes, we can call them elite. We can call them the rich, the wealthy, whatever. But the real market, as we see it, is for that middle management, middle class. We want to cater for that group of people because they are in large numbers.
And we have
Notwithstanding Lagos's burgeoning middle class, Tofik Okoya prefers to cater to low-income earners.
We're targeting that market, which makes up of the majority of the majority of the population.
Would it have been possible, say, 10 years ago, or is it only possible now with the boom?
Would it have been possible 10 years ago? No, I don't think so.
Just 15 kilometres away is Mokoko, a bustling aquatic slum that is home to an estimated 250,000 people. Almost everything in this traditional fishing community is done on the water.
They are waiting for fishermen to come back for them to buy fish.
Mokoko Chief Francis Ogoyon is showing me around his community.
There's a fishing community. We have timber industry. As we are going now, you will be seeing logs. At this side, saw millers, place where they saw the plans for constructing our structures on water.
It's often called the Venice of Africa, but there are stark differences. Mokoko is poor, overcrowded, and largely without government services. This is how you get around Lagos's oldest and largest slum, Mokoko. It's been inhabited for about 150 years, but there's still a lot of infrastructure problems. It may be on the water, but access to clean water, sewerage and waste disposal are major issues leading to disease and health problems in the cramped population. Life expectancy here is under 40.
We need government to improve this community. We need one hospital, government hospital is not here. School is not here. Government should provide all those things for us. And the water, no government water. That is why you can see boreholes everywhere. If we had boreholes, we can't see drinking water or bathing water or to do anything.
The most innovative proposal to address Mokoko's problems has come not from the government, but from a Nigerian architect with funding from the United Nations. This award-winning floating structure is a school. It's immune to variable water levels. It harnesses rainwater on its sloping roof, and it provides renewable energy through solar panels. It could serve as a prototype for entire floating communities. But Chief Francis says there's no political will to bring sustainable development to Mokoko.
We are Lagosians also. We are part of it. So government should reconsider us as, human beings and help us for improvement of this community.
Residents say Mokoko has been declared illegal and they live in fear of eviction. Indeed, in 2012, 500 homes were destroyed by men with chainsaws in a government-ordered demolition.
These places are filled up with houses before. Down there, they started from there. You can see some marks there. So all these places were filled up with houses, all are demolished.
To actually improve that environment.
The Lagos State Commissioner for Works, Obafemi Hamzat, denies that the community was ever declared illegal.
Illegal, no. No.
That's the basis for the demolitions that happened 2 years ago.
Well, no. You see, remember, it's even in any society, there are demolitions that happen. In order to build, you need a permit, like any jurisdictions around the world. Mokoko is not going to disappear. It's going to be there. But can it be better? Yes, I think the answer is yes. Every city goes through a regeneration. Every city. In process of regenerating, a lot of things has to change. So change is constant.
Chief Francis and the other Makoko chiefs are suspicious of the government's plans and have sought the help of a local NGO.
Now we are talking about what government wants to do to us and how we feel about it. And what do you think the government wants to do with?
The government wants to rehabilitate it, want to send food here and sell it to the rich people.
Chief Francis is speaking with Emmanuel Nwagodo of the Social and Economic Rights Action Centre, or SERAC, a community group that advocates for slum settlements like Makoko. SERAC has succeeded in getting a court stay against further demolitions and is now working with Makoko residents on a regeneration plan.
Our plan is redeveloping Makoko the way it is, leaving the traditional setting for the outside world to come in and see, retain its traditional mode and redevelop it in such a way that it becomes attractive to the outside world.
Lagos's population is expected to almost double within the next decade, making it one of the world's most populous cities. Such rapid urbanization poses serious infrastructure challenges, not just in terms of housing and people movement, but also managing a growing waste disposal crisis. In the 1980s, Nigeria's military rulers decreed the morning of the last Saturday of every month Sanitation Day. In Lagos, the authorities take it very seriously.
But essentially, this is what we are trying to ensure that people actually, comply with some basic simple rules in terms of their waste disposal.
I'm with Dr. Tofik Folami, the special advisor to Lagos's Ministry of Environment. He's invited me along for a Sanitation Day tour.
You're going to see the first place on the itinerary is a drainage channel. Specifically, we're going to look at the challenges they are facing in here. Okay? We want to see people in front of the frontage of their houses and all that clean.
Lagos produces up to 10,000 metric tons of waste a day. Only 40% of that is formally collected, and enormous amounts of rubbish lay around almost everywhere. There's so much rubbish here. What does that tell you?
We'll talk about that. Yes. That's the essence of the sanitation issues. So these are the practices that we want to dissuade people from doing. Essentially, throwing bottles and litter into the gutters. That's what's blocking the drains.
But rubbish is just one of many concerns for residents here.
The street is not good. We are suffering for water here. Help us, tell government, we need the street. We are suffering for this place. We are suffering for this street.
A lot of property has been lost. Well, even the inhabitants of the area, they find it difficult also to move. So they feel that they are being neglected.
Dr. Folami says rapid urbanization has forced his government to play catch-up.
In Lagos State, we have about 9,000 roads in our road network, and we are constantly building. This is one of them. 20 years ago, there was hardly anyone living around this area. Okay.
As we head to the bus, I'm surprised about how upfront the government is about its challenges.
You can imagine Australia is 23 million, and they got that to that population in about maybe 100 years or whatever. We have to deal with that rapid rate of urbanization in a very short space of time, within one generation. We know the challenges, we know what to do, and we're trying very hard to do so.
With its ambitious projects and a burgeoning population, Lagos may be poised to become Africa's model megacity. But the overriding challenge now is to ensure that no one is left behind.